welcome to yet another edition of The Drive. I'm Rohit, this is IndigoMusic.com. Now today we're going to take a look at 5 iconic cars, or even trucks for that case, when it comes to the Transformers movie franchise. Now let's talk about Stinger. Now this character initially was a Decepticon, but finally went on to become a good guy, and the car that he transformed into was a Pagani Huayra. Now the Pagani Huayra, which is a highly exclusive hypercar of dreams, Stinger was created by humans, and they certainly knew their stuff about fast cars if you go by the choices. Now it's a car that would smoke the iconic Chevy Camaro. Speaking about Chevy Camaro, that's number 4 on my list. Yep. Bumblebee, who transforms into multiple versions of Chevy Camaros. Now the distinction belongs to the Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 in yellow paint. It is so famous that it is still referred to as the Bumblebee car. Now the Bumblebee's Camaro transformation in one of the most iconic in the series. He begins his life as a 1976 Camaro, but it was the evolution of the 5th generation model that cemented it as an all-timer in car culture. The Camaro ZL1 was such a hit that demand rose sharply for yellow painted models of the classic muscle car after the movie was released. Coming at number 3 is one of my favorite characters, Hot Rod, who is a bounty hunter when it comes to Autobots and Decepticons. He's not aligned with any of them, but he transforms into a Lamborghini Centenario. Now the incredibly racy and fast-paced vibe that the Transformers franchise gives its fans, the Italian supercar is definitely an obvious pick. Now Hot Rod got a whole lot faster after the upgrade, and he is grateful for the idea of switching to the Centenario from the smaller Citroen DS. Moving on to number 2 is one of my favorite characters, Drift. And he initially was a Bugatti Veyron, but then he became a Mercedes AMG. The 1200 horsepower Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport Vitesse was the car Drift transformed into before he switched over to the Mercedes AMG GTR. This, though no fault of the Bugatti, which is much faster car than the AMG, is almost every metric. Indeed, the only thing that makes sense about the switch that Drift wanted to live up to his name and wanted a car that was much more drift happy than the French hypercar. Moving on to the number 1 on the list when it comes to the iconic automobiles in the Transformers franchise, I'm talking about the Western Star 5700. If you're thinking, which car is that? Well, let me tell you, it's not a car, but it is a semi-truck. Now this is the most recognizable and iconic vehicles when it comes to Transformer franchise, just below the iconic Bumblebee's Chevy Camaro. Now the first one is the legendary blue and red Optimus Prime, the leader of the Autobots transform into, and it's called the Western Star 5700. It is well and truly the star of the series. Now the Optimus Prime is a level-headed and a great leader, and that is why the Western Star 5700 trucks suits him well. Well, that was my list of the top 5 characters from the Transformers and the top 5 iconic automobiles that they transformed into in the movie. Which is your favorite Transformers car? Let me know in the comment section below. Until next time, this is Rohit signing off.